Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. We got Besbro's Blaster A901. Now, I believe I think it was Maritime Foam. It was somebody that did these things, and I was like, those look interesting. Maybe I could, mod these into something cool. And so I went ahead and purchased these on Amazon. And, figured, okay, yeah, let's see if we can mod these or if they are worth modding, because they do come as kind of a 2-pack. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Let's take a look at what's in the actual box. It is kind of a slide-out box, so you can see, pretty much just the 2 blasters, which are similar. Only one is in gray and one is in blue. And you get pretty much just 12 darts. I was like, okay, well, again, not too bad. Now, there is a few things with this particular blaster that we're going to kind of go over. That way, again, if you're looking to kind of like get this, you'd be like, okay, here's some of the goods, and here is some of the bad things that are along with this particular blaster. So, up close and personal, look, the grip feels really good. It kind of looks futuristic. It kind of got this weird top rail sight thing. I don't even know what you want to call it. But in the hands, the grip feels pretty good. I do got to admit that. But kind of the aiming sight is just kind of weird how it's just kind of up there. I would have wished they just wouldn't even put it down there. But yeah, they don't look too bad for what they are. Now, with this, it does come along with 6 darts. 12 darts, 6 per blaster, even though the actual magazine can hold 8, which I thought was kind of weird. Now, there is something pretty crazy about this. With the darts themselves, I think this is probably the biggest sticking point with these, is these aren't standard darts. If you look here and I just kind of show you it, sure, they look like standard short-length darts. Now, they do have the squishy type heads, which are a little bit different, if you guys remember, than the hard head ones that we were kind of getting before. But you'll notice that these small darts with this are actually about 10-ish millimeters smaller than your standard short-length dart. So if you try to put your standard length darts inside here, you're going to have an issue with your particular blaster. So just keep that in mind, that you're going to have to cut some of your own to make them fit in here, but you're going to see why probably you want to do that if you get these. So I cannot stress that enough, guys. You're going to have to cut some of your darts if you want them to fit and work correctly in here. Now, also with this, I actually had one of these kind of go bad, right out of the gate. And I'll try to pull up a picture here so you can see it, but there is an O-ring on the end of kind of the dart tube / pusher in there. And I couldn't figure out why my gray one was not shooting, and it's because it looked like that was sliced for some reason. And I can't really get in there to get it out of there without using something super long. So I'm going to be sending these ones back, being like, hey, look, give me some good ones that work. But my turquoise one here did work. So I can only shoot, the turquoise one, which you'll see coming up here, for my review. And it kind of sucks because, right, I don't really have that particular O-ring to fit in this to fix it. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, again, when it comes to these darts that come along with this, you are going to notice a pretty significant increase when you use, for me, I use some Adventure Force darts. Again, you could use the Dart Zone Pro stuff. Those had a huge increase in FPS, which I'll throw up here, when it comes to the different darts. You're talking a huge increase here, which I think is awesome. So just kind of keep that in mind, that you don't have to use the darts that come with it. If you do decide to use the short-length darts that you typically have and just cut them a little bit lower, perfect. You're going to see a huge FPS increase as well as in accuracy as well. So let's take a look at the actual how you can kind of load this particular thing. Pretty straightforward. You have your magazine here. Again, it's pretty strange that they give you only 6 darts, because this can technically hold 8. So I would have wished they would have given you 10, maybe a few extra, since they are darts that are specific for this blaster. But either of them, again, I didn't have any issues shooting them. It was only when I tried putting the regular darts in there, they just didn't want to work right out of the gate. So you can see here, you got the mag release right there on your thumb. Again, it is primarily made for people who are right-handed, and it comes out fairly well. The more you use it, the better it kind of performed. When I first got it, it was kind of sticky, but after about the 6th or 7th time of kind of doing this, it actually worked pretty well. Just kind of comes out, slides out, no big deal. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at me shooting this particular thing, because that's what you guys want to see. So you can see here, I got a mixture of my own Adventure Force cut darts, as well as stock darts with it. But yes, you can see, a huge FPS increase when you use darts other than the ones that come with it. So you can see, it's as fast as you could singly shoot it, and it's not too bad. With the stock darts, it was very subpar when it came to the FPS, but when you use, the Adventure Force stuff or the Dart Zone stuff cut down, I mean, that is probably where you want to be sitting, right around that 75-ish FPS. Sure, we would all love to see 75 to about 100 FPS, but still, sitting about 75 is not too bad, right? 100 FPS is perfectly fine. So there you guys go. I mean, that's just a quick, visualization of me shooting this particular thing. Nothing too crazy. I thought that, you could mod these things to do kind of like an inline clip or something like that. But, I think that with that kind of potential, sure, you probably could. But I think, any other mods for this, I think they're just better options on the market to build like a 3D inline clip or something like that. I just don't think that the performance of these out of the gate is worth modding. And that's really one of the reasons why I got it. It's just to double check to see if you could mod this. I could build some 3D printed parts for it. It doesn't look too bad to open, but I think with the base performance, you're not going to see a huge increase. I mean, I don't want to build an inline kit for this and it's only shooting, 60 FPS. So that's my 2 cents on these particular blasters. Would I get them again? Probably not. It's just, again, with the one coming that was already broken, it just kind of I'm already kind of like, oh. But then when you get the actual darts that are non-standard, that kind of pushes me over the edge and says, okay, now I have to do something specific for this, get specific ammo for this. This is very similar to the 6-shot, the Smith & Wesson right here. It was kind of the same thing. I was super excited about it, but unfortunately it had darts that were specific to that. You actually couldn't even cut a small dart, since the darts for that, if you guys remember, were like half the size of an actual standard half-length dart. So just wanted to throw that out there that, yeah, I don't know what's going on, why a lot of these companies are building, blasters that have specific darts for them, or you have to mod current darts that you already have in your inventory to work. It's just, for me, it is not the way to go. But again, that is my 2 cents. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thanks again, Fox fans.